Hey guys, what's up? I promised I would be back to give my reaction to Sony's conference. Right off the top, this has been the craziest fucking E3 that I can remember. Maybe there were some back in the 90s or something that were crazier, but wow, what a day. It's almost exhausting how fucking crazy today was. But let's get to it. The Sony conference was not nearly as fast paced as Microsoft's. Like I feared, it was kind of dull and it was kind of filled with like PR bullshit. Um, it lacked like almost any real exclusives. There were like one or two. If you count the indie games, kind of, but they'll be on PC and such. So when it comes to like content, uh, and putting out a show, which I think deserves to be part of the analysis, I think Microsoft did a better job. That said, Sony committed first degree murder on Microsoft tonight, but we'll get to that. Let's just run down what happened. So yeah, I start off with Sony talking a lot of bullshit. Um, not a lot of, just a lot of boring stuff at the beginning. Then they showed the console, and it looks slick. It's got kind of an italicized design to it. That was cool. Then finally, after like 30-40 minutes, they got into the games. They started off with one of the few exclusives we saw, which was Ready at Dawn and Sony Santa Monica, whatever. They have a new IP called The Order 1866, or I'm sorry, 1886. Looked kind of like a weird steampunk like game set in 1886 in like, I don't know, London or something. I can't say I was like ultra excited by it, but it looked interesting. They showed Killzone. It still looked pretty. I'm not a big fan of Killzone. They showed Drive Club again, and that still looks good. Like I said before, I'm pretty interested in that one. Although I have to say, Ubisoft's The Crew earlier today looked like the racing game to get next gen. They showed Infamous Second Son. It looked a little more interesting a second time. I'm not a huge Infamous fan, but they're not bad games. I like that they use like a Nirvana song too at the end of the trailer. They showed Knack. They confirmed Killzone, Drive Club, and Knack at launch. Infamous coming Q1 2014. Not the strongest launch lineup, but. And then I started to lose my shit because I thought like Sony just didn't want to win. They were just throwing it away. They showed a Quantic Dream demo again of like, PS4 like concept, like what it could do, tech demo. It's like, why would you show that when there's actual games coming out that they're developing? It doesn't. I was losing my shit. I was like, oh no, and everyone was laughing at me on Twitter and Skype, etc. Oh, look at, you totally called it wrong. Because at this point, it looked like Microsoft made the really smart play by talking about all their DRM shit first and all their stupid, boring Connect and PR bullshit first, and then coming in today and just putting on a hell of a show. Whereas Sony had done the opposite, and they were starting to look really bad. But then they had this whole like 20-minute segment where they're showing all these like awesome indie games that I can't wait to play. Probably the coolest looking one was Transistor. Looks like a dungeon crawler. Like half dungeon crawler, half 2D platformer, great art style. They showed Don't Starve for it. They showed a couple that I couldn't even keep up. There was a lot of them. There was like 15 of them. Outlast, first-person horror game, looked great. New Oddworld remake. Some 2D space shooter. Then Square Enix showed some Final Fantasy shit. I couldn't tell you if it was Final Fantasy Versus, Final Fantasy 13, 14, 15. I don't know. I don't play Final Fantasy. It was so fucking confusing. Then Kingdom Hearts 3, that was a nice reveal. I'm sure like people like exploded. My mind's blown when that happened. I don't think it's an exclusive though. They're really tricky about like the way they announce stuff because a lot of it was not exclusive. They showed Assassin's Creed 4 demo, and I couldn't care less. I don't like that series. It was really, really pretty, and then it froze up. It was a terrible fail, and they just moved on to Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs, once again, looked great to me, anyways. Plus, I'm just super psyched for that game because it's in Chicago. They showed NBA 2K14, looked really good. I don't play those games. They showed Elder Scrolls Online, which is cool that that's coming to consoles. Again, I don't think it's exclusive. And at this point, I'm kind of going, this is all alright, but where are the exclusives? You know, why don't you make it a bigger show here? You know, you're doing so good leading up pre-show, or pre-E3, and then E3, it just seemed like just Microsoft just nailed it in the morning, and Sony was just kind of being boring about it. Then they showed a Mad Max game, which I don't think that's exclusive either. It was always like, oh, we have some exclusive content. Big deal. But the Mad Max game was cool because like through most of the trailer, I thought it was Fallout 4 for whatever reason. I didn't realize it was Warner Brothers and not Bethesda. And then we get to where it didn't even matter what they showed at all, because then Sony decided to stick it up Microsoft's ass. Like, they bent them over a table, stuck it up their ass, and broke it off. No restrictions on used games. You don't have to be connected online. Your PlayStation Plus carries over. Drive Club will be free, or a version of Drive Club will be free. Don't Starve, Outlast are going to be PlayStation Plus. They just fucking took it to Microsoft. The crowd there, the press went crazy. And then there's something here that kind of was easy to miss, but they are making online pay to play, which is not too surprising considering how successful Xbox Live was. But you still get PlayStation Plus with that. I just think you step up your online game and make it more like Xbox Live. They're fine. I don't think anybody cares about paying for a good online service. Then they showed Destiny, which looked really fucking good. Looked fun as hell. Then right near the end, they started talking about you could stream PS1, PS2 games. That's awesome. You'll have to pay for them. I think it was PS3 games as well. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. You'll have to pay for them, but that's cool, right? It's a huge back catalog to pull from. And then, price point, $3.99, boom goes the dynamite. The world fucking explodes. Microsoft dies. Sony's the fucking winner. That's all it took. Sometimes if you listen to your customers and the consumer and you show that you care what they think and you understand what they want, you win. Oh, and by the way, $100 cheaper. That's always going to win mass market. It's just Sony fucking destroyed them. Microsoft is riding their ego into third place. They very, very, very badly miscalculated what Sony was up to. They're fucked. I almost think Microsoft comes back and goes, no, we'll make it $3.99 too. I swear, guys. I'm sure they will. They're gonna come out with this thing with kind of like what they did with the 360, where you could get the box at a cheap price, but then you're locked into a contract and they charge you more for Xbox Live. Someone I know thinks that will be successful. I don't see it happening. I think $100 cheaper right off the bat, no contract, wins every time. So holy crap, was that a fucking crazy E3, man. Bombs going off left and right, and Sony slaughtered Microsoft and fucking slapped them around a little bit after they're dead. Holy fuck, dude. I don't even have to make a Who Won E3 video. It's over. Nintendo tomorrow will be fun to react to and see what they got coming, but Wii U's kind of its own thing at this point. The big two really are Sony and Microsoft at this point, and Nintendo's off in Nintendo land doing whatever they want. And outside of Nintendo Land, holy fuck. Holy fuck. Did they get fucking destroyed today. I'm still amazed at what happened. I'm still just like in shock. Cannot believe it. They won the next gen. I actually said on June 7th on Twitter, if Sony goes no DRM, I wasn't even going into the price point. If Sony goes DRM, they win E3, they win this year, they win next gen. You throw in that fucking $100 cheaper, it's over. It's over. It must be a horrible feeling at Microsoft right now. Just a feeling of dread. And I'm going to love seeing Microsoft fanboys try to defend this and spin this in a positive way. Because it's not even debatable. It really isn't. I'd love to see someone on here try to debate about it. Because they'll get destroyed by everybody. But wow, what an E3. Holy shit. I don't know if I could even handle any more tomorrow. I'm not even there. I can only imagine what it's like there. It's just pure fucking insanity, and big props to Sony for as boldly doing what I hoped they would do. They did way more than I hoped they would do, and it's gonna work. It's gonna work. Microsoft is going to lose. But anyway, and even people keep saying, well, Microsoft has more exclusives. The publishers probably like them more. EA's all up on their dick. Again, fuck EA. I don't like anything that they make anyways. So, anyways, well, I'll play Mirror's Edge 2, but as far as I know, that's coming to PS4. So, anyways, I can't wait to hear your thoughts. But those are my thoughts, and I think they're pretty much fact. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys.